Hey guys, welcome back to our Miami Redhawks Dynasty playing against the Western Michigan Broncos. This is a rematch of the conference championship game we had at the end of year 1, as they are only 1-3 so far this year. But remember, last year they didn't even win more games than they lost, and they still made the conference championship game. Didn't work out great for them because we got that win. But before we end up starting that game against Western Michigan, we are going to update you guys. We're going to change up some of the sliders because over the last 3 games or so of the season, I mean, we've barely been allowing any points. Our defense isn't really supposed to be that good right now, and we've been playing some ranked teams, so I think we definitely need to change some of these sliders before things get out of hand. From an offensive perspective, I think our offense has been fine. We've been struggling for sure and barely scoring like at all, so I'm not going to be touching any of our offensive or their defensive sliders, but I will be changing some of our defense and their offensive sliders to make them score a little bit more than they have been. We're going to decrease our pass reaction time down to 45. Same with our pass coverage down from 50. Then we'll also be increasing their QB accuracy up to 40 and the run blocking up to 75. And we'll see what that does. So here come the Redhawks out the tunnel as we're undefeated at 3-0. Going against the Western Michigan Broncos. As we're about set to get underway here in Oxford, we have some increased sliders, so this might be a little bit more challenging. J.D. Davis, and oh god, that's a horrible touchdown to interception ratio. 3 touchdowns to 7 picks. Last time, if we remember right, they ran all over us in that game in the conference championship matchup. We don't want that to happen this time. It's Jalil Reshad just making a great play. How many times has Jalil Reshad just made an insane play on the first play of the game? He has done that so many times. It's crazy. Going back on 3rd down. Just dropping it off short and not enough for the first good open field tackle as their first drive will stall out. Getting a 3 and out and having to punt it away to Cam Perry back deep to return, as he'll find his way down to about the 32-yard line as we will start our first possession. Tyler Toledo coming back out. What kind of day is he going to have today? Can we get the ground attack established early? That's the thing. We would love to be able to be some sort of a ground and pound offense, but we really just don't have the depth for that right now. We seem to be more of a pass-heavy offense. As Kevin Davis getting a nice little run, 2 back-to-back. He has 16 yards already. I believe Kevin Davis's first 100-yard performance was last week against Miami, and he looks to follow that up this week against Western Michigan. 2nd down and 8 situation. Little bit of motion. Going to be throwing it over quick to Javon Tracy, who has a nice gain, and he's all the way down to the 15. We almost ran out of bounds, but he was able to tiptoe his way inbounds and stay inbounds down to the 15. Good drive there so far, as we'll run with Danny Dunlap. He gets about 4 yards on it. Bringing up a 2nd down and 6 underneath Cam Perry down to the 2. And it is a 1st and goal situation. We'll motion over Brunson. Gonna keep it with Kevin, and he gets absolutely demolished. Kevin Davis really got destroyed on that one. Scrambling around, trying to get something to happen. Nothing doing there, though. See if we can audible this more into a run play and see if we can just run it up the middle on him, and we will get it. Kevin Davis touchdown, and we go up 7-0 early here at home against the Broncos. Good drive. Good job just finding ways to be able to convert and keep moving the chains until 7 points are on the board. They really just didn't have anything going for them so far on the first play. And Eli Blakey again, another TFL for this Red Hawk defense as they are ferocious. Gets really just demolished as he lets that one go. And it's bringing up a 3rd down situation right at him, and Caleb Tubbs is going to get the interception. He's got a blocker. Going downfield, and he's knocked down at the 9. Caleb Tubbs getting another interception. Had one last week against Miami to help seal it, and he gets another one this week against Western Michigan early. I don't know what they were thinking. That's why he had 7 interceptions and 3 touchdowns. Now it's even worse. He was underthrown by quite a lot, too. And holds on. Wow. Second down situation. Throwing it off to Kevin Davis. Gets a few yards. Bringing up a 3rd and goal. Very important drive here to help push this lead up. Kevin Davis finds a way to bounce off a tackler and get into the end zone. Putting us up 14 zip, even with the sliders. Jeez. Really just random happenstance, I feel like, that we're up by 14 points right now. But Western Michigan needs to do something here quick. We need to figure out a way to score on offense, because what they're doing right now is not effective. Except the run game is actually pretty good right now for them, as 2 rushes and another first down. Going back to a first down situation. Running it up, basically just dumping it off to a wide receiver screen, gets 5 yards out of it. I don't like how simple and easy that was for them to be able to just get those 5 yards. Oh, we were almost thinking play action fake, but they do actually run it. Can we shoot the gap? Maybe, and he just drops it. Oh, threw it a little too hard, maybe? Forcing a punt situation, as they're going to be giving the ball back to us yet again. Should be a good punt for us as it bounces into the end zone, and we'll get it at the 20. 1st and 10 situation. Just gonna have to try to run out of the pocket and barely gets rid of it. Honestly, great effort. Really just honestly some great effort there, because that could easily have been a sack. Good deflection by the line to force the incompletion, and it's the end of the first quarter. 14-0 Miami with the ball back. Just playing decently well so far. I mean, we haven't had to do that much other than make 1 good drive offensively. Otherwise, we had a nice play from Caleb Tubbs that allowed us to pretty much have a free 2nd touchdown. So to bring up a 3rd down situation, and we'll just be basically giving it off to Kevin Davis, who gets to 4th and 1. That's so unfortunate. 1 yard away from being able to move the chains. Instead, we have to just punt it off back to Western Michigan. Good angled punt as it goes out of bounds at the 27. So Western Michigan starts another drive here as they are getting walloped on the ground. No holes at all right now. 2nd down and 12. Out to the wide receiver screen again, and he loses 2 more. 3rd and 12 now. Dropping back. Throwing that one. It's almost intercepted by Silas Walters. Great beat on the ball, and he almost got there. Really just some clean defense being played right now from the Redhawks. They have been all over the field. And Cam Perry's going to get out to about the 42-yard line for our next drive. Let's see what we have on the next play here, as Tyler's going to get about 5 yards on the carry. So we're trying to get some of that clock down too. Not super crucial, but we'll get to 3rd and 2. Motioning over one of the receivers, have him on a nice play there, as we're going to get a huge gash up the middle for a 1st down. Motioning in a receiver on the next play. Throwing it on the little curl to the tight end, and a 1st down pickup, almost to the red zone now. 1st and 10, out to the halfback, direct snap for about 2 yards. We really thought that was going to go a little better. 2nd down now and 8. Scrolling out of the pocket, throws a dart to the corner of the end zone for a touchdown to Reggie Virgil. Great throw on the run. That is money in the bank. Reggie Virgil touchdown for the Redhawks. It's 21-0. That was honestly one of the cleaner throws and just plays in general that Tyler's even had so far in his career. Good job to help push him forward there, Ty Thompson. If you could do me a favor and get some sacks, that'd be appreciated. But I don't know if he's going to do that for us or not. Open field. Silas Walters, great tackle in the open field. Don't like how much free space this running back always has. This is another 8 yards. You know, you try to set a man assignment on him on top of running zone, but doesn't really matter, as that's a great gash and a huge gain down inside the fringe red zone now. Because, I mean, why wouldn't they just continue to just keep pounding the rock? I mean, it's been free right now, except for an interception from Caleb Tubbs yet again. As another turnover. He has his second. I think here's where we try to hit him with the death blow. We try to go right to the outside. Kevin Davis gets an opportunity for a good run. Gets 9 yards out of it. Really seemed like we might have been able to stretch that for a little bit more, but just didn't work out as much as I was hoping. But we'll get the first down. Throwing that one, it is deflected, incomplete. Good awareness from that corner to be able to break on him. So it brings up a second down situation. Throwing it, it is caught from Reggie Virgil, and a first down. We'll go no huddle. First down after the big pickup. Going back out to Kevin Davis. Has a good run and gets a few yards to 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2 situation. Going to scramble with it. He goes down for the sack. Let's call a timeout. That's unfortunate. Thought we might be able to just hit him with a little play action and either hit him deep or run with it, but nothing was working on that one. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. Caught for a few yards and a timeout called. Just not enough for the first. OC wants us to go for it. Very interesting decision. But we'll listen to him as we're going to get the handoff. And it's a great run, but there is going to be a flag, and it might be coming back. That is so unfortunate. I don't even know who that guy is. And there is no shot. Jeez, no shot at making that field goal. All right, so 4th and 9. Here we go. Can we get something? Oh, God, was that a missed throw. Holy smokes. I think he was trying to hit somebody else in the front row somewhere. Oh, God. All right, not even close. I mean, that was basically like kicking a field goal. That was basically the same. Throwing it incomplete. Nice job, Michael Yarborough. You honestly might as well have just tried to kick a field goal out of that one. That was crazy. Big sack there. Dalvin Ellerby getting in on the action. As it's 3rd and 16, they're just going to be heaving this thing deep. And it's almost intercepted, just dropped by Rayon Strader, but we'll go to the half. Pretty dominating fashion so far. 21-0, as we're going to be set to receive the kickoff to start the second half. Can we get a even bigger lead here? As Cam Perry gets out to about the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 situation. Motioning over a guy. Throwing it. Oh, no. We definitely didn't have to fall down there. It looked a little sketchy for half a second, though. 2nd down and 9. Throwing it. And, wow, good break on the ball. Was when they get about a yard. 3rd down and 8. Throwing it. It's caught. Not enough for the first. Man, they are breaking fantastic on the ball right now. We had 3 great opportunities to get some rack and had to just secure catch every single one of them since they just made insane breaks on the ball afterward. What a weird bounce. What a crazy bounce to the 2-yard line. I mean, we definitely go for a blitz here, right? Oh, no. Apparently we don't go for a blitz here because that's a huge gain. 31 yards on the run. That was definitely not ideal. I'll tell you that much. As, oh man, we try to do contain, and just a huge gash again. Another 15-plus yards on that run. And they are just free real estate all game long so far. Pretty much, as we're going to get them for only about a 2-yarder there. I mean, I guess sometimes it just seems like they're dominating more when it's a couple plays in a row that they have huge gashes when they really haven't been dominating that much as far as on the ground goes. So I can't be too upset by it, but it definitely is unfortunate whenever you have been doing so well for the whole game. And good tackle from Caleb Tubbs brings up a 2nd and inches. Going to run the ball, and down he goes, Jalil Reshad. Shooting the gap and getting the TFL. Excellent job. So here we go. Throwing it. Beautiful call. Beautiful play call, and it's a 1st and goal. Definitely had us fooled on that. We were not expecting that at all. And he's not getting anything there. Good job, Eli Blakey. Having to do so many adjustments in between plays, even just to have a remote chance to be able to stop these guys. It's just definitely not ideal. Trying to hand it off to, wow, that almost worked. There was 3 defenders there. It's a 3rd and goal situation. Run committing middle. Doesn't matter anyway. Touchdown for Western Michigan, and they are all on the board officially. Figured it was a matter of time before they were going to find a way to get on the board, and they did with just under 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. 98-yard drive for them. That is a very, very good drive for morale. Cam Perry, oh, so close. A little faster. That might have been a touchdown. So we'll go 1st and 10. Back out on the offensive side of the ball, and holy smokes, was that nowhere near him. Tyler, can you calm down, bud? Can we just try to actually get something here? That is not good either, as we're going to lose yards, and it's 3rd down and 14. Going to throw it. Oh my goodness, Tony Purdom, can you tell me you didn't do that? I am absolutely disgusted that this play, look how wide open this man is. And that's going to not be a complete catch. Because he, yep, so close, but yet so far away. I mean, that was a great play call, a great throw, and needs to be rewarded. But instead, the reward is a punt. And it's 1st and 10 then. Back on the ground for Western Michigan. Nothing doing. They're going to lose 2 yards. 2nd down situation. Great job, Jalil Reshad getting the tackle. Can we get a stop? Would be definitely clutch if we were able to get one. Down he goes under pressure with a sack. It's Ty Thompson getting the sack. He's the team leader in sacks, and he gets another one onto his total. As I've been a little kind of nervous about the amount of sacks we've been getting this year, and we might have to change up who's actually being a rusher if we don't start to pick it up here soon. So 1st and 10, we'll motion our guy out a little bit. Throwing it underneath to Javon Tracy for a 1st down. Good pass from Tyler Toledo to be able to keep moving the chains here, and that is not good. But we'll get to the end of the 3rd though. As heading to the 4th quarter, it's 21-7. Miami has the ball, trying to push it downfield. It's heading to the line here on 2nd down and 7. Throwing it over the middle for a nice pickup to make it a 3rd and manageable. It is 3rd down and 2. We'll go with the halfback direct snap. And Kevin Davis has enough for the 1st down, and we'll keep moving the chains. 1st and 10. Going with the play action fake. Throwing it on the run, and he's hit as he releases. Not much. By not much, I mean nothing, because he didn't even have a chance to actually get a completion. Kevin Davis, oh, man. If Nunes is able to hit that block, that could have been nice. 3rd down and 7 then. Over the middle, caught. I don't think he had enough for the 1st, but there is a penalty. It's going to be Nick Nunes again. So they're actually going to decline the penalty, which brings up a 4th and inches. That the OC again wants us to go for it. So we are going to drain a little bit of clock and try to go for it. As we go for it, and Kevin Davis will pick up the 1st down. We're able to just pretty much keep the ball on the ground and get 2 yards there. Motioning the running back over. See what we end up doing here. Throwing it right, not exactly who we wanted it to go to. We wanted it to go to the receiver, but instead Kevin Davis will get it and go out of bounds. We just wanted Kevin to be a distraction, not the main event here. Motioning over a guy. Instead, Jalen is going to have it and gets the 1st down. So we are into the red zone now. Going to be keeping it with our QB. Gets about 2 yards. Let's bring it up a 2nd down. Up the middle, Kevin Davis to the 1. So we're going to go ahead and just put Kevin Davis on the bench because we do not want him to get injured. He was a pretty severe injury risk. We'll put in Danny Dunlop and give him an opportunity for a touchdown, and he gets the score, and that should end the game. Well done, boys. We definitely want that blowout win because we have some recruits coming for this game. So that ends the game 28-7. Gonna be the final score as we win again. Going to 4-0 on the season. Redhawks are just absolutely rolling right now as we continue to assert our dominance over the rest of the MAC conference. Showing them, hey, when we played in that conference championship game last year, it was because we were the better team. Tyler Toledo, 18 for 26 for 169 yards and a touchdown. Running-wise, Kevin Davis, 14 for 50 with 2 touchdowns. Danny Dunlap had 4 carries for 16 and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, Kevin Davis, 10 catches. Dang, 57 yards. Nobody really even getting open here. Tony Purdom didn't even get a catch. 8 tackles for Jalil Reshad is the tackle leader. TFL's Ty Thompson, Eli Blakey, and Jalil Reshad all had 2 TFLs. 1 sack for Dalvin Ellerby and Ty Thompson, with 2 interceptions for Caleb Tubbs and 1 for Jackson Pons. Kevin Davis is going to win the MAC Offensive Player of the Week, which is kind of surprising since he didn't have that crazy of stats. But that win does put us at number 1 in the MAC Conference at an undefeated 4-0. Nobody else even has more than 2 wins so far in this conference. So that's pretty crazy. I mean, I feel like if we win the conference again this year, probably going to be one of those ones that we're going to be moving up to another conference. We have a bye week this week, and then we will be going on a little bit of a road stretch here playing against Central Michigan next, as they're winless. But we do have a tough game still coming up here with number 11 Kansas State, who's undefeated right now. They're about the last tough game left that we even have to play because everyone else is not doing so hot this year. But so looking at recruiting, we got 2 commits. James Fleck, the corner that came for the visit with 95 speed, he commits, which is awesome because now we have him paired up with his other 4-star corner that has 97 speed. So we have 2 nice burner corners out there for next season. And then we also got Mitch West, the D tackle, with his 90 strength. He looks decent, but we didn't really heavily scout him. But it's always nice to add another 4-star to the board. Should be super, super close for Ian Sauerbrunn to actually commit to the program. Really feel like we should get him at this point. Michigan still theoretically might be able to, but I really feel like we should get him after we get through this bye week. And kind of same here with Eric Marr. And as we get closer, we're doing some more scouting with some of these other guys, and we found a couple gems here at the receiver spots and even at this offensive lineman position. As we get a couple more commits, we'll be able to use the rest of our points and continue to keep scouting to kind of figure out how we want to build the rest of this team. But right now, there are just so many guys that are at risk for transferring out because of coach prestige. We just need to keep winning and winning and winning because we are at a C+. We are so close to getting to the B- grade. That is oh so elusive, apparently, because once we get to that, then all these guys will be happy again. But we are so close. Well, boys, apparently, after beating Western Michigan, we just made ourselves ranked. We're number 22 in the country. Don't really know if we deserve it or can even believe it, but hey, we're technically ranked. Yes, we got the 5-star tackle. This is the first 5-star we've committed to the program, and this man looks insane. He looks so good. 95 base strength as a true freshman is incredible. And Eric Marr, we're getting just closer and closer each week to being able to get him to commit. After reallocating some of our other points, we're just starting to catch up pretty fast on a bunch of these other guys. Like I said, finding a couple gems, deleting a couple players off the board that weren't gems or people we didn't really care about. But we still have a lot of 4-stars left on the board to potentially sign. So we're getting further and further in this season. And we're sitting at 4-0 and actually got to be ranked for the first time since we took over as coach. Just going super well so far from adding some of these 4-star players. Just wish our offense was a little bit better from a numbers perspective. We're just not really putting up very many points against these defenses, which doesn't bode super well considering we're not playing the greatest teams in the world. Some of them have been, like Miami's been pretty good. And even Cincinnati and Missouri are both above average as far as teams go. We just haven't been able to get the ball rolling and score a bunch on offense. Now, maybe it'll help pretty significantly as we get to the end of the next offseason, since it seems like there's going to be a lot of offensive linemen and other offensive skill position players that we're going to be signing. So that should help pretty significantly. But for this season, we still need to figure out something, because we just can't be scoring 10 points a game and hoping to win, especially as we continue to get later and later in the season. But next week we got Central Michigan, as they're 0-4. They're not doing so hot this year, and it should be a nice little warm-up game for us to kind of see if we can try some different things on offense and see if we can find something that's going to work for us that we can be able to build off of for the rest of the season. Kevin Davis really hasn't been able to get it going, and neither has really any of the receivers either. Tyler Toledo seems like he has all the potential in the world, but just can't ever put it together consistently on a week-to-week basis. Does that mean we give George Estes a try? I don't really know for sure, because we are winning. Just because we're not scoring 30 points a game doesn't mean we're not winning, but it also could mean that our defense is the only reason that we are winning. And if that's the case, then it could be an attempt for a different quarterback to try to get a different starting opportunity. So we'll see how it goes as we continue on in the season, but if there's any continued struggle and we start to get behind by a couple scores, might not be a bad opportunity for us to give George Estes a try, even though for the most part his accuracy is not as good as Tyler Toledo's is. But just because you have higher stats doesn't necessarily mean anything, because your traits could be better or your abilities could be better, and sometimes just the chemistry is better with another person. So it'll be fun to see how it all turns out. But if you guys are enjoying it, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and to subscribe to the channel so that you guys don't miss out on the next video. But I will see you guys when the next one drops. But until then, why don't you check out one of these videos.